The Ural Mountains rise impressively, their peaks piercing the sky. In these remote and unforgiving lands, a chilling mystery unfolded in 1959. A group of experienced hikers vanished without a trace. Their last known location, a treacherous pass known as Dyatlov Pass. The mysterious circumstances surrounding their disappearance and the horrifying state of their bodies continue to haunt us to this day. What really happened on that fateful night? The Dyatlov Pass incident, as it became known, is a chilling story of an adventure gone wrong, a story that refuses to be forgotten. It's a mystery that has captivated the world for decades, generating countless theories and investigations. Join me as we delve into the heart of this enigma, exploring the facts, the theories, and the enduring legacy of the Dyatlov Pass incident. Our story begins with a group of 10 young and adventurous hikers, led by the experienced mountaineer Igor Dyatlov, a charismatic and determined leader. They were students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, eager to test their skills and explore the vast wilderness of the northern Urals. Their goal? To reach the summit of Otorten, a mountain shrouded in local Mansi legend, known for its mysteries and challenges. The group consisted of Igor Dyatlov, Zinaida Kolmogorova, Lyudmila Dubinina, Alexander Kolovatov, Rustem Slobodin, Yuri Krivonishenko, Yuri Doroshenko, Nicholas Thibault Brignolel, Alexander Zolotarev, and Yuri Yudin. They set off with high spirits on January 23, 1959, unaware of the horrors that awaited them. Only one member, Yuri Yudin, would return alive, forced to turn back early due to a debilitating illness. His decision to leave the expedition unknowingly saved his life, but would forever haunt him with the question of what might have been had he stayed. Weeks turned into a month, and the hikers' families grew increasingly worried. Search parties were formed, combing the unforgiving terrain for any sign of the missing group. On February 26th, their tent was discovered, ripped open from the inside, their belongings scattered in the snow. It was a scene that spoke of a sudden and desperate escape. Footprints in the snow led away from the tent, some barefoot, others in just socks. The hikers' bodies were found at varying distances from the tent, some partially dressed, others with strange injuries. Some had skull fractures, others severe internal injuries, but their clothing showed no signs of a struggle. The mystery deepened, the questions multiplying with each gruesome discovery. The avalanche theory, a wall of snow and ice. One of the initial theories proposed was that the hikers were victims of a sudden avalanche, a force of nature they couldn't have foreseen. The location of their tent on a slope, the force with which it was ripped open, and the injuries sustained by some of the hikers seemed to support this explanation, suggesting a catastrophic event. Perhaps the hikers, terrified by the roar of approaching snow, slashed their tent in a desperate attempt to survive, only to be swept away by nature's relentless force, unable to escape. However, experienced mountaineers have questioned this theory, arguing that not everything adds up. The slope where the tent was found wasn't considered particularly avalanche-prone, according to experts familiar with the terrain. Furthermore, there was no evidence of a large-scale avalanche in the area at the time, making the theory even more doubtful. The injuries sustained by some of the hikers, particularly the internal damage and lack of external wounds, also didn't match typical avalanche victims, adding further mystery to the case. The Cold War cast a long shadow over the world, and the remote reaches of the Ural Mountains were not immune to its influence. Some believe the Dyatlov group stumbled upon a secret military testing ground and became unwitting victims of a Cold War experiment gone wrong. Proponents of this theory point to the strange orange glow reported in the sky by witnesses in the area around the time of the incident. Could it have been a sign of a military test, perhaps involving radioactive materials or experimental weapons? The fact that some of the hikers' clothing was found to be radioactive lends credence to this theory. However, the Soviet government denied any military activity in the area, and no concrete evidence has ever surfaced to confirm these suspicions. The vastness of the universe holds countless mysteries, and some believe the Dyatlov Pass incident offers a glimpse into the unknown. Theories involving UFOs and extraterrestrial encounters have captured the imagination of many. The strange glowing orbs observed by the hikers themselves in their journals, as well as by other witnesses in the area, have fueled speculation about alien visitors. Could the hikers have stumbled upon something not of this world, something that terrified them, and caused them to flee their tent into the deadly cold? While the idea of extraterrestrial encounters is certainly intriguing, it remains firmly in the realm of speculation. Without concrete evidence, the possibility of extraterrestrial involvement remains a tantalizing but unproven possibility. The Ural Mountains are home to a variety of wildlife, some of which can be dangerous to humans. Some have theorized that the hikers may have been attacked by wild animals, such as wolves or bears, driven to desperation by hunger or territoriality. The injuries sustained by some of the hikers, such as the missing eyes and tongues, could be attributed to animal scavenging. However, this theory has its flaws. There were no signs of animal tracks around the tent or the bodies, and the nature of some of the injuries, particularly the internal damage, wasn't consistent with animal attacks. Furthermore, experienced hunters have pointed out that it would be unusual for animals to attack a group of humans in that manner, especially given the hikers' experience in the wilderness. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most enduring mysteries of our time, an enigma that has captured the imagination of generations. Despite numerous investigations and countless theories, no definitive explanation for the hikers' deaths has ever been found, leaving many with more questions than answers. The official investigation by Soviet authorities concluded that the group died as a result of a compelling natural force, a vague and ultimately unsatisfactory explanation for many. The Dyatlov Pass incident continues to fascinate and intrigue us because it represents the unknown, the limits of our understanding, and the eternal search for truth. It's a stark reminder that even in this age of technology and scientific advancement, there are still mysteries that defy explanation, events so strange and unsettling that they challenge our perception of reality and leave us bewildered. The story of the Dyatlov Pass hikers serves as a cautionary tale about the power of nature, the allure of the unknown, and the enduring mystery of what truly happened on that fateful night in the Ural Mountains. A mystery that remains unsolved.